Hello and welcome to another Minecraft update. There's been a few updates since I last updated. Let's see, they added some new stuff to this game too. See, they added Minecraft Batman. Wow, interesting. I don't know if I don't have enough things to get that, so I've been having a cold. If you've been watching some of my other streams, I haven't been talking a lot, and that's one of the reasons why. Stupid cold. So here's what I've been up to. This is my world number 2, but this is one of my sub worlds off of my big main world. Let's see, we have to go here. I built this big old thing here to mark it, as I couldn't find it, so it took me forever to figure out where it was and how to get here. But we'll come back to that in a minute. That's just where I've been working and doing stuff. But this is the big main town over here, so that we get our bearings as to what exactly it is we're working on. I still have a lot of stuff I got to do over here. See, this area right here is supposed to be, well, actually it is, but there's a lot of flowers and stuff in there, and that's where I keep my bees. There's supposed to be some bee, and there's bees here. When I get it finished, there's gonna be bees in here, but this hasn't been finished yet. I went through and because of the building as lengthy was, I went and I rebuilt these shafts. So there was only one here, and I went through and I put in a second one. This goes into the sub-basement. This goes into the basement. I don't know if it's a sub-basement. But this is a basement. So, and those are on the floor because we're not in peaceful mode, we're in normal mode, so the stupid heads spawn. So, and they always spawn in dark places, as anybody who plays this game knows. So, and there the golems are beating the snot out of them. You know, it wasn't until my granddaughter showed me how to build golems that I actually started building golems. And they're not hard to build. All you got to do is find a piece of iron, find a block of iron, which is in the build inventory stuff. Go like that, build that, and that, and then you, for some reason, you have to use this jack-o'-lantern head, and it has to be this specific head, and bam, there you go. He's just standing there. Oh, there he is. He's moving around now. And then I went through and I put beds in this area. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do that or not, but I did. And I put beds in there. These are to keep the doors closed. It probably causes me issues. You think it sounds that bad? I actually cover the mic every time I cough, so. I took the doorway off because it doesn't really seem like it needs to be on. And this is where they mostly congregate. And then I made it to where they can go to the second floor, so that's why that is there. To get to it, you got to come up here. See, then these guys right here can just walk across and walk into the second floor. This was my floor before I let them start hanging out in it. I haven't finished making it what I want it, and these are there just to keep them from going downstairs, because I don't want to take these doors out. So there's that. And these are just boxes that are storage here. It's gonna look a little bit like downstairs. I'm gonna put in some whatchamacallits and stuff. Maybe I'll shit. I'm not, oh, this is just all reading. Well, maybe I should put the books back. And then I can put the other thingies, because these are jukeboxes, and I can put the other crafting stuff upstairs. I just have to get around to doing that. Oh, wait a minute. No, all the crafting stuff is over here. That's what it was. The crafting stuff is over here. So, yeah, so this is where all the crafting stuff is. I made this where they can go in there, and sometimes they get stuck. But this door goes into the middle, kind of like where you would where the cashier would be. I had a whatchamacallit there, but it didn't pan out. This one right here, I had it where they kept getting stuck in here, and now I just leave it open. And then I kind of tweaked this building right here, and I put it on its side. So now it's there, and they can go in there now. I don't know why they're not. But you can go like this, and into here now. And I put some other stuff, some other whatchamacallits. This is the middle of the room, so I marked it. And I put in those those idiots that don't like them every once in a while, to spice up their lives a little bit. This is full of water. This keeps some bad guys from spawning up there. This is still on the side like it was, but you can only access it from here. And then I put these side doors here, which they wasn't there before. This is still full of water. This is there just to make sure the water doesn't go anywhere else but this lower tank, and it simulates water. Sometimes I'll let the water go out into the greenhouse. This I just put in here just to see how they would grow outside of the greenhouse. This I put here to, make it look like, because these are my trees, and I don't want the other trees keep getting, burnt down, so I kind of protected those ones. I built a small little area over here, and bad things kept spawning, and were going in the water, so I didn't want things in my water, so I put this on there. And this was kind of like a watchtower, but I don't know, the bad guys kind of got the upper hand of the whatchamacallits. And then I built this small little community over here. This was built right here for the foxes, because the stupid wolves / dogs keep killing them. So I put that in there so that they could hide in there. I don't know, maybe these things can go in there too. But it's low like that, so they can't get in there. and it keeps these idiots out. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, they're all still alive then. If they're turned into zombies, these things just kill. The other things just kill them. And then I have these four things here, and I give them these different areas of food. But this is a small little community I built, and this is one of those trees that I didn't want to get destroyed, so I kind of built this up around it. And if anybody says anything about why there's a wall around here, this keeps them from inside the area. I know it won't keep the bad guys out, but it keeps the golems, and it keeps the golems and them in. I don't want them, exploring this area, so I built this wall up so that they stay where they stay put. And I know the bad guys will spawn in here anyway, but they're in their house there at night. So, looks like it's getting nighttime now. Stupid golems, though, I'm gonna have to do something, and maybe that's why these guys always built these things up and not down. Maybe I'll just have to build, like a block. See, these stupid things are actually dogs/wolves, and they eat. They get the chickens and the foxes and stuff like that. So I tried to build them a house. I don't know if they fit in there or not. We could put one more dirt here. You can go in there, kitty. Might have to go and rebuild it. That thing doesn't mess with the cat for some reason, but it messes with everything else. So I don't know if I included these in the other, and I was just messing around in there. This I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I'm still contemplating it, but it does go into an underground bunker, and this whole area right here is an underground bunker. I haven't made it go into there yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, but this whole area is an underground bunker.
Road has an amazing base.
Which part? Well, this is the main city here. This building here is like an office building, and my floor is actually number 2. This is the top 2 floors. This is the floors I count as mine, which is why I built this here, because this is where I store all of my stuff. And
all of it, but mostly the main city.
This way I can go in and go out on either side. My main base, or main sleeping or communal area, is this monstrosity over here. This was like the first building that I built, because this was a regular town, and then little by little the whatchamacallits killed off the things. Killed off the villagers. I respawned them, but only after they were all turned into zombies. And then this thing is progressed over the years. This glass was never here before. I put this here so that to keep the bad guys out of my building, because I don't like them in my building. And then these are to simulate, because these are the different floors, so I put these windows here so you can see into it. But this was all stone before. And then this was multiple areas. And then I just, figured, what the hell, I'll just make it all one big area. And it works better, I think, this way. This is their little area. It pisses me off though when they sit here all night, when they sit here at night, because they're not protected. These little switches keep them out of my section, because I don't want them in my area, because they'll just sit there and stay all day. So this is the doorways into my building. I modified it a lot. And then I took out there used to be a wall here. I took it out. I took out the walls, the separations that were here, and made it just one big area. And then this, I'm still working on what this building is and what it's going to do. But I got to put myself back in what do you call it, survival mode, so I can actually harvest all these pumpkins, and then I'm gonna make these pumpkins into watermelons. That's what these square things are, and they grow like this. They have to be like this. They can't grow like these side by side. There has to be, the plants grow here in the middle, and there has to be an empty space here or an empty space here. If you had the plants row by row, they would never grow. I did that. I figured that out on my own. Nobody had told me that. And sometimes they'll grow on that side, sometimes they'll grow on this side. It just varies. But this is the main plant here, and then the watermelon grows either to the left or to the right. So there's a space here, there's a space here. Basically, there's a space between all of them, and that's the way that they grow. The water here, because it causes this is a different kind of dirt. It's plantable, and it causes it to go this dark brown color. If not, it stays a white color, a lighter color, and then it can turn into that. So this is one of them. See, there's not enough water getting here. The darker the ground is, the more water it's getting. So I might have to add some more water lines to this, cut back on some of the stuff. But that's why there's water all over this, because they grow. The ground stays brown. A dark brown like that. If it stays a light brown, then it can switch to regular dirt. And then I extended this. I think this was included in the last update video. I wasn't really using this space for anything else, so it didn't really make any sense. And then I put this water fountain. This was a fountain before, but I kind of made it bigger and make it look like where I was going to build a bridge here, but they don't come in here, so what does it matter? And this is my wheat. This is my only wheat field in the entire thing. These, of course, are all potatoes. These are my stash boxes. I kind of built an indentation. This I was going to build where this comes out here too. This is a water storage area. This is how I water the town and water my plants. I figure they have to exist. So, and this next part may be whatchamacallit, but there's a purpose behind it. Oh wait, no, I don't go in this anymore. No, I don't have to go in here anymore. I took all that out. So it's just above me, and then these go into the basement. This isn't the only way to go to the basement. I think yeah, you can go in the basement right there. So the basement wasn't initially built when the building was built. It was an after thing. Yeah, that was an after thing to this building. This is the main building. This used to have doors out in this area here, but I took all that out because that used to come all the way down, and I just figured I'll just leave it open. And then when I want to go to my room is right here, and this is my room. And I put these windows here. These used to straight be walls, so I can look at the fountain now. And then I put all these books here. I redid this. I don't remember not putting those back, or something must have came in here because there was paintings on that wall. So something must have spawned in here because there was paintings in this, and all these other used to be like right here, but I figured it blocked the windows, so I put them all right here. And this area right now is where is where most of my um chests are, where I keep a bunch of different stuff. And then this is another one because I had like a total of 8. And then this was more sleeping areas, but I got rid of them, and now there's just this one on this side, and there's just one on the other side. And this is a fireplace, of course, and then this is the other one. And before people say anything about the color, my character is a girl. See, there she is. This is third person. She's usually in first person because it's easier to build with. But yeah, she's a girl, so that's why it's like that. So she's up there in the top left-hand corner all the time. You can see her. This is my slash her area, and I don't know what happened. Bad guys must have spawned in here or something, because that should not be like that. Where's my paintings? They're not in here. Oh, here they are. They're in here. Get rid of the water temporarily. Paintings. I don't know what came in here and did that, but there were paintings. Oops. Maybe this is why I didn't do it. There's a trick to this. Huh. Maybe this is why I left it blank. Oh. I guess I'll have to work on that later. But anyway, that's where I sleep when my character does sleep. And I think I mentioned this, but I moved these two buildings over so they were more in lateral position with the building so that this could be possible. I also had to make this building a little wider, so I added like an extra, I don't know, about 6 to 7, 8 maybe, to this whole side, so this building is bigger than it was. It now encases this walkway. There's an underground, plus there's this walkway for access to the buildings. I was anticipating one day flipping, running in survival mode, so it has that ultimate plan. These buildings, I don't want bad guys in there, so they have all those things in there. And they still spawned in here regardless of how much lighting I had in here, so I figured, well, fuck you, I'm going to put this in here. I opened this roof up. This was also discussed, I think, in the last update. So when it rains, it does rain a lot in this game. These are specifically made so that those lights are above the water. And it gets the plants correspondingly. So when the rain comes through the ceiling, it comes right here, down here on the plants. And these plants are proportionally the same. I think there's 4 or 5 of each. There was a walkway here, but I took it out because when I redid this, I took that out. But when I decide to add water or whatever, this is what I do. And now and that's how the water gets there. I was gonna build an underground thing, but I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the butt because I didn't think about it when I built the water, so I would have to build it in the water. And water, for anybody who knows anything about the water, is not an easy thing to do. So it's not an easy thing to play with. I don't know what I'm going to do with this big building over here, but this building is I'm using it. It was also supposed to be meant as some sort of a broadcast center / TV studio, and that's what those things technically are, is a transmitter or translator or whatever the fuck you want to call them. That's what they do, or supposed to do. That was the idea behind them. And they go all the way to the town number 2. But so this is town number 1. That over there is part of this, even though it's to the side. It's just a side area. But this is the big main one. These are technically, I think, cell towers. This is the actual broadcast tower. See, I used I don't know what to make how to make. I didn't know exactly what I was going to use when I made the conduits, but there's actually a conduit made of cobblestone, or represents the conduit, and it is actually buried right here, and it goes into it goes underneath all those buildings and over there to that one, and then it comes over here, and then from here it's all broadcast. That is supposed to represent a transmitter, but I lack the there isn't the materials in this game to simulate a transmitter. So this little area right here is something my granddaughter built. At the base of one of my at the base of the transmitter. That's the main transmitter there. Now town number 2, I haven't done anything with it, but it's over here. And the reason why this is town number 2 and that's town number 3 is because these are the order in which they were built. This is another this is a trans relay station, basically. They do two things. They mark the territory so I know where I am and where I'm going, and so I don't get lost, because the map is you can get lost very easy. And then over here is where town number 2 sits. It's not messed with a lot, but I do have a building there. It's not finished, but so I've been spending time at the other two towns. But as you can see, it mostly is still mostly, with a few modifications to it. It is still basically a town, and I had to respawn the idiots because they did I never put those over here? I don't see any golems. Where's all my golems? You idiots need to get the frick indoors. Because we're not in peaceful mode anymore. The idiots will spawn here. See, there's one of the spiders now being attacked. I don't remember. I didn't put any golems over here. There's 2 witches here. The golems can kill the witches. I don't know if anybody knew that. I didn't realize I didn't put any over here. Well, I'm not over here a lot, so that's why the bad guys, I keep calling them bad guys as a general term. The spiders, the whatever you want to call it, those stupid assholes right there. Usually, in creative mode, they've never ever exploded, but they've been exploding left and right, it seems like. You need to get indoors, stupid head. I modified this, took out the wood. Why aren't you indoors? You stay here, watch his stupid ass. This is kind of how it started out. See, all the buildings were separate, like this. And my grandsons never explained to me exactly what the role for the skeletons were. I think it's to protect the zombies. So that's what they see. That's what I've watched them do. They're the only things that can kill the golems. It takes them a minute, but they eventually can take one down after a while. Just by shooting it with these arrows. And for some reason, the golems don't see these stupid heads as a threat. Stupid head. You want to be next? So this is the problem I had with them, is they wander too far away from the actual town. That's why the other town has got a barricade around it. So, on to town 3. That's where we've been spending most of our time redoing things. Wow. Did I do that? No. That antenna goes into my building. There's a underground to it. I think there's another town over here. Or this is one of the markers. Because of their incompetence and because they're always letting themselves get taken over by zombies and turn into zombies, that's why I built all the little glass around the facilities. Stupid head. He spawned in one of the poles that doesn't have an out. He's not the smartest little dude, is he? These are actually meant to keep the bad guys out, but so I can come in and go out as I want. Right now, they pissed me off, so they're trapped in their houses. But as you can see, this whole area is like a biodome. See, there's no way to get in or out. And there's plenty of lights up top to keep idiots from spawning in here. And right now, they are trapped in their houses. This right here is a communal house. I think there's like 40 villagers in there at any one time. This is the one that pissed me off the most, which is why it's all glass. one of the zombies managed to come in here and turn all of the villagers in this house here, this communal 2-story house. That was another thing I took out. I took out all 2-story houses. So they're only 1 story now. But this is to keep them out and the villagers from leaving the protectiveness of the dome. But that also keeps the bad guys from spawning in the around the buildings, so that there's a little bit more, breathing space. They either despawned or they got killed by the rising of the sun. And I put these in here just as a secondary procedure. They don't necessarily need here. This is the only way in or out to get to the greenhouse. They keep congregating in there all day and all night and all day and all night, and I'm not repeating myself because I like to. So I executed the ones that were there and blocked it off so nobody else can go in there until they unpiss me off. This has been a bunch of different things over the time period. It was a bale of hay and there was an underground, because there is a basement to this house, and that's how you get to it. But the bad guys spawn in there, so I opened it up so that at the very minimum, if they do spawn in there, because there's no light in there, that they'll all die once the sun rises. And they spawn in here pretty regularly. Oh, you guys want some... I didn't build the wall yet. You guys want some lava? There you go. Have some lava. I haven't built in the subfloor that's supposed to be... I mean, the subfloor is there. I haven't built in the primary floor. And all that lava is at level. So if I want lava, I just let it in. That's it. I'm going to build another couple of houses on top of this. It's still a work in progress. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I was thinking maybe a water tank. But this is that lava that comes in. This is kind of a lava wall I built. Let's see. What did I have that I don't have that I have normally? Oh, dirt. Oh, the sugar. Where'd I get the sugar from? The cool thing is when they come in contact with lava, you don't have to cook it. It's not raw anymore. You know, I can shut this off. I don't really need this lava going anymore. I was only to keep them from the thing. These walls, by the way, like I specified before, and the other town, they're not here to keep the assholes, the zombies out. Nope. They are not. That's not why they're here. They are here to keep the golems in. But since how I got rid of all the golems because I made the whole town a biodome practically until I figure, some other stuff out, then I'm going to respawn them all probably. The town's down to a third of its capacity anyway. But that fucking Enderman thinks he's so clever by stealing my dirt, so I'd like to see him steal that. This whole area right here was mostly water. This is built over water. I got rid of most of the water in this area. It's still there, it just is underneath the structures. To access it, you got to come down here. I think this is one of the places. Maybe I didn't leave a door open on this side. Huh. Maybe I shut it. Oh. Yeah, I think I shut it because I didn't want the bad guys coming in. But the water's still here. Ooh, eggs. But I took it out. This is a building in progress. I'm not sure what it's going to do when the stupid heads stop irritating me and getting turned into zombies. Then I'll remove all the glass. But and the second floor here is basically my floor. The other floor is theirs. I haven't finished decorating it because I've been more concentrating on their stuff.
Today's forecast has lots of sun, with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 53 degrees.
I thought this would look more like a library by putting it there in the center of the room and putting it double like that. I thought it looked kind of cool. I guess we can let stupid out. Come this way, stupid head. I'm not leaving this open. Bring you and your stupid llamas out of my water fountains. I could have just been mean and left you in there. So now he's now stuck in the bubble. And there's cats everywhere. You guys can come out. I'm not necessarily mad at you. I'm mad at the other ones though, but I'm not mad at them. don't know that I necessarily want an access point to that over here, but it didn't make sense to put in a door. There, now they can gain access to this little pool. I don't want you playing in my damn water. This isn't your village. You're just flipping retards. Would you get the fuck off? You get the fuck off. And you get the fuck off. How'd that happen? Yeah, no, I just got done building that other side. And then I decided to take all this out. And then I'm going to have to rebuild it all.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Bro, that's an amazing base. All of it, but mostly the main city.
Yeah, well, I have a house here too. It's not big, but I do have a house here. I pretty much have the two big ones are the two big ones, and this is just like a little one. I gotta redo all that, so I guess we will shut this off. I don't want them out here right now. If they have a chat. Whoops. Have a tendency to get turned into zombies. I don't want them zombies. So until I get that area finished. But yeah, my this was all not covered up. Initially, this was like a big old canyon here. It still is. It's just covered up. But this is not this house, but this house right here is mine. This is have me some of that. Have me a place to sit down if I want to sit down. Come upstairs. Have a place to sleep, store my stuff. I was going to build a chimney, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. There was a building here, and I kind of just took it over. Then I built like an underground here. And then this goes out to my other town. I don't want any bad guys spawning in here, but this is the other town. I haven't put a permanent door here yet, but there's going to be eventually. But for now, it's still in progress. But this is my base here. It's not big, wasn't meant to be. And then I have this greenhouse. I'm thinking about, because I have vegetables that they didn't have, I was thinking maybe I would make a vegetable stand, but I don't know. I might just make it back into a house of some sort. And the platforms, this is to keep them out. Because this is all, this greenhouse and that greenhouse is mine, and this is just to keep the golems in. This was a big old cavern here, but I covered it up. So basically, this cavern that's here was over there. It went through this whole area. You know, the creators of this damn game never, have concept of certain things. I mean, there's like undergrounds and flipping whatchamacallits and fissures all over the frickin' place. For some strange reason, this town has snow. That's all snow. I might have to block this off and put a big old wall around here to keep the golems in. You see, they're running off. They're not protecting the village like they're supposed to be. Which is why that big wall exists around that one. But then they still didn't stick around. This time I'm leaving this town mostly alone, except for I did modify this these planters, but now I can see why they raised them. Keeps the golems out of them. And see, that underground comes straight over here to this area. It's kind of because I didn't want to build me a second area. It's basically, I'm leaving that town alone, so that's how I keep an eye on it. And then I built all this, and this was to keep the golems out of it, but they kept getting turned into zombies, so I got rid of that. And this is what the underground look. This is the underground. This is what it looks like. I fixed it around a little bit, but I didn't want to fill the whole thing in. But I made it smooth, but it basically wasn't. But I smoothened it out and made this into an underground where the zombies spawn on a regular basis. When they make me mad, this is where I put lava. That's why this is vacant like that. So as long as they don't make me mad, then they're not. Then there's no lava down here. Where is the other part? And I think this area is still undone. I'm not sure. But that's where one of those stupid heads flipping exploded. Taking the floor with it. And this is another part of the chamber that I didn't adjust. I just put up a big wall. There, now that stupid head blows his top again. Won't do so much. He won't do so much damage. I find the thicker this is, the less damage they do. The thinner it is, the more damage they do. And this was all sectioned off to keep the golems from leaving the town. So I guess we'll have to see, and then we'll remove all the other stuff once I have decided what I'm going to do. But I took out all the single houses except for these two and those other two that I built down there, and built these communal houses. This house has at least 20 beds on either side. It's sectioned off so in case assholes do spawn down there, then they don't get all the villagers at once. It gives me an opportunity to thingy. This was a 2 level, but I reduced it to 1. I might make it go back to 2 again, just because. And then I built this the other day. And then I was just finishing the other parts to it. I don't know how these villagers take baths, so that's what I kind of left these here. That's why I kind of built these for, in case they take baths. I know the animals take baths. Well, stupid head, you shouldn't have spawned in there. I flipping let you out before, and I'm not doing it again. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:47 a.m. Happy Friday, Commander Starbuck.
Okay, let's see here. Exactly, how am I going to run the lights? Because that's what I decided to do. I'm going to run them on the outside instead of the inside. And this is to keep the bad guys from spawning in them. If they are spawn on the roofs and then fall down, which they have been known to do, which is why the glass, that's why there's a roof to the glass. I didn't have a top in areas and they just spawned on the roof and then fell down into the glass, into the protected area. I am thinking about maybe removing the glass and then just putting barricades in certain parts of the town to keep the golems in the town so that they don't leave the town. This is an underground that I've been building, and sometimes they'll spawn down here. There's a stupid head now. Two stupid heads. Well, stupid heads, have some lava. I know it's your favorite thing. I know it's your favorite thing. That spider just loves bathing in lava. It's his favorite thing, it looks like. Yeah, I know, I was being a smart ass. But I kind of built this a little bit. I built this bottom part. This was going to be something else, but I changed my mind as to what it was going to be. So I kind of took it out, and now it's just kind of a smokestack to infinity. Okay, so those ones go here. Maybe I'll take this one off. And let's see here. This one. Oops. Oops again. Oh, that's what it probably was. Probably should have had one there and not had one there, and then, oh well. Well, that one's the same. That one must be one thing longer. A couple longer. Oops. I just gotta determine whether I want the floor to be like that or not. These ones are good. See, they come back, they come home and go to bed. The other ones sometimes don't. They're in bed now because they have to be. So this is, wow. You are a traitor. Good night, evil one. is the pit of sacrifice. Huh, interesting. Well, I never made it to the pit. Oh well. Now, initially, I did this for the outline. Because this was a forest and kind of let it on fire. So, and in order to stop the lava, you have to put a block on it. The water too. One, two, three, four. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:08 a.m.
Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to hurry up. Now, was this the main street? Yeah, this was the main street. So these got to come down. So this is going to be a basement of some sort. I don't know how deep yet. I'm still working on that. But if I want to do the other, I got to hurry up. So we're going to wrap up this. And I guess we'll see the completion of that in the next update. And see, this is the walls that surround the building that keep the golems in. It's not meant to keep anything else out. It's just meant to keep the golems in and the villagers in this area. And then when they are returned to the wild, then and all this glass is gone, then the golems will return. But I don't really see the need for all the golems if there's nothing there to protect it. So this is actually this was actually world number 2. I have another world. I don't know. I don't really haven't done anything in that world. My granddaughter and grandson mostly been doing things in that. This is my other one for those who have never seen my big building. I initially thought I lost it a long time ago, but then I found it. It was downloaded because I have PlayStation Plus. I have a cloud storage, I guess, in one of their servers. It comes with the PlayStation Plus upgrade to the account, because that's a monthly service that you have to pay for. It gives you access to things. So all the 2 worlds are downloaded there. Every time I do something to it, I upgrade it. This looks like the last place the grandkids were playing before they were building whatever this contraption is. See, this is all theirs. These little buildings here, that building down there, that building back there. The building to the left is mine. But that's one of their buildings right there. This behemoth of a building is mine. And this little building right here that sits behind it, this is part of it. Although now that it wasn't this big when it was planned. The frick? But I notched it away so that my building could have a side, because it has this much on the side of it. None of their buildings are allowed to be. What the frick? If you guys are watching this, what the frick is this? I thought I told you guys not to play with my section. This is a clear violation of those rules. I didn't put that X there. I put these here. These have access to the underground. And there is an underground. The two fountains are connected, and then they're connected to this. And then this is... I was going to build a garden in here, but somebody's been in here doing stupid shit. One of my plants is dead. But this is mine. This whole big building is mine. And the surrounding area. The grandkids are not supposed to play with this. This whole area right here, I only allowed Kyson to build that. But technically it's within my area. But nobody else is allowed to build anything else within the surrounding areas. This side's really big. What is with all the stupid frogs? You know, I used to have goats. And I didn't mind the goats. Because this area right here was all mountainy country. And as you can see, the mountain's gone, but the building remains. The building was built... It was initially built in a mountain, but then it took over the mountain, and now it is the mountain. But yeah, this is my first building that I built. Looks like we have some llamas on my roof. It snows up here. In case somebody didn't catch the concept. So this is my bigger building. And yeah, it's a behemoth. I think there's like 20 floors. It's all internal. I don't remember if this goes in or not. Nope. I forgot exactly how I get in the building. But these fountains are subterranean. And there's a subterranean passage in them. You have to get down in there to get to it. Or we can go down in here and get to it. This tunnel goes to the fountains. There was more fish. This connects to the outside water system. With a few modifications, I didn't really mess with the water a lot. But there is a tunnel that connects these two together, and then there's a tunnel that these are connected to a tunnel that connects to the building as kind of an emergency escape. My granddaughter built this. She doesn't know this, but I helped her build this. And I built one of these access points to it. Because I'm all about symmetry. I like a left and a right. And then she built whatever this contraption is on top of it. Huh. I didn't build that. But I helped her build this. She built this. And then she built all of that. She's been playing Minecraft since she was 3, I think. 2 or 3, somewhere around there. I don't know what this is that she's building in there. But I had to destroy this frog farm that she had here because she had water gushing out of orifices, and you can't put water gushing out of this stone crap right here, this thin stone crap. The water can't be turned off normally. It had to be destroyed in order to be anything done with it. There was 2 import, another one like right here somewhere, but right there, but I took it out and filled it in. It's still there in case I ever want to bring it back. But this is the primary right here. That is the secondary, I think. I'm not sure if that goes to it or not. It might. Just goes around, and then this comes in and up back to where we were before. So there's that. And both of these worlds use the same basic character, but they don't keep the same stuff. So, but that's the world. So now I'm gonna play Fallout 76, and whoever wants to watch that can be my guest. So we'll leave this world behind. The video will stop. I cannot stream the transformation, so this video will end. The next video will start. As always, like and subscribe. It keeps the